Like I was saying, I'm back live again due to I told y'all about me being homeless 3 years again. 3 years. I am still homeless. I've been denied my rights. I've been denied my privileges. You know, even some of these black people get more privileges than me. I'm not allowed to be in the shelters. They're lying saying that I'm spreading diseases. This is what they're doing. They're spitting in my food. They're spitting in my food that I buy. And they're going around telling people that I got herpes, I got AIDS, I got syphilis. While they're trying to give it to me, by spitting in my food, by trying to put blood in my food. This is what they're doing. They're saying that I have this, but they're spitting in my food while trying to give it to me. They're saying that I got it while trying to pass it to me. By spitting in my food, by trying to put blood in my food. So next thing you know, this was after the removal of my kids, you know, after my mom passed on due to heart failure. So next thing you know, which I'm going through the same thing now, due to them bashing and dragging and slandering me and making it seem like I beat my kids while they abuse them in a foster home, making it seem like I molested my kids while they do it to them in the foster home, and then trying to frame me and throw me in jail. They were trying to frame me. The judge dropped all the cases, you know, due to my fasting and my praying to Christ and my obedience. She dropped the whole case got dropped because she didn't want to be involved with the mess that they set up. The judge warned her. She didn't want to. She knew that they was trying to frame me and set me up because they was afraid. You can't take somebody's kids for homelessness. I didn't have nowhere to go. I was homeless outside due to the Aventura Police Department of Miami stealing my ID. You know, I didn't have nowhere to go due to them stealing my ID. I couldn't get in the hotel. I couldn't get back on the Greyhound because they had my Wisconsin ID. I was not a resident there. So their first plan was to steal my identification. After they stole my identification, I was left outside. I didn't have no ID. I didn't have no way to get to become a resident or get an ID from their city and state because I didn't have my birth certificate or my I didn't have my birth certificate. I had my social security card, but I didn't bring my birth certificate with me to Florida. I only had my social security card and my ID. So they refused to let me in the hotels. The police, the Hollywood Police Department from Florida, they turned around and called the shelter and told them not to let me in because I don't have an ID so I can stay outside with my kids. So that can be the way of them taking them. So because they can't remove your kids for homelessness, everybody knows Child Protective Services can't remove your kids for homelessness. So what they did was made it seem like I was violent, asked me for my identification. They knew I didn't have no identification because the Aventura Police Department stole my identification. This is the Broward County Sheriffs that came to remove my kids, not the Aventura Police Department. The Aventura Police Department turned around, arrested me, snatching me up, saying I resisted arrest after even my twin sister was trying to give them her ID as well so that they wouldn't try to take me to jail. They put me in jail for resisting arrest, saying that I was resisting arrest when they was removing my kids, during the removal of my kids. How would I resist arrest if I didn't have an identification at all? So that was their way for them to remove my kids. They had to find a way to remove my kids because they can't remove your kids for homelessness. I didn't abuse them. There was nothing wrong with them. But due to me resisting arrest, they made it seem like I was violent. They made it seem like I didn't have no identification when they was the ones who stole my identification. So they ended up arresting me. They left me in a police car, closed the doors, rolled up all the windows. I could not breathe in the police car. I was claustrophobic. I was gasping for air trying to get out of the police car. My sister even came up to the door trying to hand me my phone, and the Mexican officer telling him to get away from the car. He walks over to the social services people trying to get information about my kids, trying to get information out of my twin, asking my twin to give my kids birth certificates to them. Why do you need my kids' birth certificates? I'm not even from Florida. And then next thing you know, they left me in the police car and they rolled up all the windows. I could not breathe. I'm steady telling them, open up the door, open up the door. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. Open up the door. I was in that police car for at least 15 to 20 minutes, asking them to open up the door. I could not breathe. Thank God. I'm like, God, please don't let me pass on in this car. Please don't let me pass on in this car. I'm about to pass on. Please don't let me pass on, God. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. Can you open up the door? And the Korean officer opened up the door. And I almost passed out in the police car, and they steady going around bashing and dragging and slandering me after they set up me and my kids' life. And then not on top of that, when they got my kids in the foster home, they started abusing them. They started trying to turn my kids against me and started abusing my kids. Not to mention, I don't know none of these people. They even started barging into my family members' life, lying on my family members, trying to turn my own family members against me because they stole my kids. Because they left me in the police car where I couldn't breathe. And I'm steady telling them to open up the door, I can't breathe. Even my old twin, I'm steady telling her I can't breathe. She's too busy worrying about giving me my cell phone. And I'm telling you that I can't breathe. I never beat my kids. We was out on the streets due to them stealing my identification. I did not have a birth certificate. So he charged me with resisting arrest. I was not aggressive. I was not loud. I did not have an ID. He had to find a way to arrest me because they cannot remove your kids for homelessness. So what he did is made it seem like I was violent and took my kids. And then when they got my kids in their care, they started abusing them to where I got a video recording of my child saying that the foster mom hit him. This was exactly as soon as my kids got removed. Started beating on my kids. Started driving recklessly at the visits, driving off without my kids strapped in a seatbelt in my face. People coming up to me telling me that she's sex trafficking my 4 and 5 year old baby. If it wasn't for Beverly rushing, I know she might have had dreams. It might have been on her spirit to go and get my kids from out of the white people's home, because they already was moving to try to take Wilimski life or whatever. They was abusing him. They put him in a foster home with a sick elderly woman, I believe, who had HIV. That's what was told to me. And I don't know if they passed him AIDS and they lied and said that he had corona. But why would they give Beverly, which I can still see my kids if I want to, but I have not been back to Wisconsin because I want justice for what they did to me. Why would they give my other 2 kids back and not give me my newborn back, 10 pounds and 3 ounces? Perfectly healthy when he came out. I might have been able to push him out. They might have had to pull him out because of my heart was already bad due to me previously getting my other kids removed from me. Getting Zahar and Cortez removed from me before 4 or 5 years ago. I had just got them back. Milwaukee had just returned Zahar and Cortez them to me 4 or 5, 3 years ago. My heart was already failing then. And then y'all turn around and y'all take them again and trying to say that I beat them and I didn't even beat them. It's just not making any sense at all. It's not making any sense. And I want justice for what they did to me. I want justice for what they did to me. I'm not going out without a fight. Something have to be done. Now, I might not have all the funds or whatever it is, and I don't care. But you gonna own up to what you did to me. And you gonna try to stop making it seem like I beat my kids and I didn't. Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, who teamed up and helped. I don't even know them. I don't know none of these people. They started barging into me and my kids' life, and they started twisting stuff around. Witchcrafting, hexed my life. Started witchcrafting me. Went over to Haiti. My last child's father went over to Haiti to go do witchcraft and death spells and death seals on me. And think I don't know about it. I'm highly spiritually discerned. I know what's going on. And you know who want to help? Mexican and Latinos and some of these black people was helping him. I don't know if they thought they knew they was doing the right thing or not. I don't know if they thought they was doing the right thing. But why would you help some deadbeats who don't even take care of their kids? Who don't even know their kids? Help them. Gang up on the mother who was taking care of their kids. I went out and got strollers. I had car seats, pack and plays, brand new clothes, socks, pacifiers, wipes. I went out and got everything for my baby, and they still removed him. They even refused to rent to me. I even had a place. I had money saved up, thousands saved up to rent a place so that I can have a stable place so that my kid can be able to come back with me. They refused to rent to me out of jealousy. I'm calling around Mexican and Latinos dogging me out while I'm trying to rent a place so that I can have a stable place while I'm in Florida so when I give birth. I had money, I had funds to get a place. They was jealous. They was jealous because of the simple fact of not even just that they was jealous of my beautiful, gorgeous kids. They was jealous because I'm a smart, intelligent black woman with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They was also jealous because I knew they was Edom. As soon as I started mentioning Edom to them, because they started lying to me, lying on my health, talking about I got herpes and I don't really have herpes. They started, when I mentioned Edom to them, that's when they went and got Haitians. And they started using the Haitians to team up with them to gang up on me. It just don't make any sense. Y'all so weak because y'all know I know that y'all Edomites. Edom is going to get the worst judgments because they're dirty. So what they did was, because I started calling them Edomites because they started lying, saying that I got herpes, which I know some more secrets that I'm not going to mention on this live about my health. And I'm not going to mention it about my child's father. You know, Wilimski, this Haitian, you know, and not even just that. I'm not even going to go into all of that stuff because that's nobody's business on the internet, and it's very personal. But Mexican and Latinos went to go grab Haitians. The same dude who did something to me. They went to go grab him. They went to go grab them to team up with them because I started calling them Edomites. Because they started saying stuff about bringing up stuff about my health that was a lie. They started because they felt like that wasn't enough, because they felt like they was weak, or they wasn't strong enough because of my knowledge, because I knew what I knew about them. And they felt offended. Why are y'all bringing up lies about my health with no proof? So y'all felt because y'all started lying on my health, saying that I got herpes and this and that, after the removal of my kids, was still fighting for my kids in the middle of me. I was still fighting for my kids in the middle of me finna give birth. I was trying to rent out a place. I even had the funds to get my kids beds, to have to relocate because I know that I was going to give birth in Florida. I had thousands that I had saved up to get a place, to rent a place. I had enough money. They were refusing to rent to me. Oh, we got to call you back because somebody else might be ahead of you. Never called me back. Oh, somebody else came and is trying to come and look at the place. It's always the excuse. And then they started dogging me out even worse. Loose pussy sluts, loose pussy bitches and hoes. You know, all types of stupid, nappy-headed niggers. Just dirty stuff. You know, I had the funds to rent a place. I didn't get pregnant till after my kids was removed from me. I didn't even know I was pregnant. I didn't get pregnant till after my kids were removed from me. But I knew that I was able to take care of them. I know that I had a place to be able to rent to them. I mean, I know that I was able to to get a place in Florida. You know, these Mexican Latinos started getting jealous because what it really was, they was embarrassed about the knowledge that I knew. And because of me calling them Edomites. Y'all was going around lying saying that I got herpes. And then when I call y'all Edomites and saying that y'all retarded and it's from y'all parents and it's through y'all genes, and they passed the law in Florida for y'all to be able to walk around normally without them calling y'all retarded, because y'all really retarded. Y'all Edom. Y'all finna get the worst judgment. Y'all Esau's descent. Christ despised y'all in the times of Noah, when the new earth. Y'all was despised before that. And y'all probably finna be again. Because of my knowledge, you know, you see this? Your own black people. They helping them because they weak lowlifes. They helping them because they with the elites. They'll take their life. They got to do what them whites and Mexicans say. They helping them because when your own black people was jealous of you the whole time and you didn't even know it. When I'm federal, what is you saying? I'm sure Liz. I sure Liz get SSI. I sure do, and you leeching off the elite. You get an elite check. So what is you saying? You government. Your 9 to 5 is government. Your own business is government. So stop trying to sit high and look low at me as somebody that have less than you, elitists. But like I was saying, you seen the people that just walk past. It's just pathetic. But like I was saying, yeah, I had the funds to get my own place. I was preparing to get birth. I already had everything. I was going out buying stuff. I was preparing myself because I knew I was finna give birth again. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to. I didn't know that this Haitian was the way he was. I would have never even let him inside of my court case if I knew he was a witch or whatever, him and his mom. So, and a lady was telling me, another African-American lady was telling me that that's how Haitian moms is. They even sleep with their own sons, you know. They jealous of their own sons' girlfriends. And the lady was telling me because she used to date one. You know, so Wilisky Brabroom, whatever his name is, I just felt it was just getting stranger and stranger after I got pregnant. It was getting really strange. Like, some of my items was coming up missing, like my headbands, you know, little stuff he was stealing to witchcraft. I know that's what it was. I'm not dumb. Like, little stuff that he was stealing, I noticed was coming up missing. Like, what? Well, you know, I'm not even going to get all into that. I just want y'all to know that I was set up And I do want justice for this, and I don't care what it takes or what I gotta do. You know, my kids were wrongfully removed from me. I did not do anything. I did not beat them. You know, and I just want, where's this proof that I beat my kids? You know, another thing they was saying is I beat my kids and covered it up with witch hazel. This is what these people in public is saying. Like, where's this at? Where's this proof that I did all of this? So, I don't mean to get all loud and rowdy. I'm recording this, and I really want to interview somebody to interview me about this, so that this can get out there. I'm just trying to find a way of how I can get this out there, because I feel like, and this is not the only thing that's going on. This all got a lot to do with also them bashing and dragging me about the singer DaniLeigh, the baby, the rapper. You know, they've been coming for me over DaniLeigh as well. You know, I never had a problem with her until they started coming for me. And that was ever since she moved to Miami. I've been in Miami. I've been living there because I had no choice but to stay there when they removed my kids. I was not leaving until Zahara and Cortez left there. But they refused to give me Willemski, so I had no choice but to leave. You know, and I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, because I really don't want to go back to Wisconsin. You know, I feel like I don't trust them either, because there was things going on also as well in Wisconsin, you know, that I needed a break from there, and I wanted to leave there. So, and I couldn't deal with the drug addicts, like, that I lived around. Like, it was just certain things that they was doing. I don't even want to talk about it, but I feel like my child's father was connected to it. And the police department was trying to tell me that he's on drugs, and I didn't believe what they were saying. He never lived with me. He lived with his girlfriend. He would go use her before he used me and his kids. So, I didn't, and one day, another thing, this is how I know something wrong with him. He moved my uncle decided to bless me with clothes. I mean, not clothes, but like TV stands, 2 flat screen TVs. I already had one, or was one flat screen TV, brand new couches, a bunch of movies, a brand new glass blender, a whole bunch of new stuff that my uncle blessed me with when he got out of jail, because he was moving to Greenfield from out of his place. My child's father got mad and said that I used him to move my stuff in, because he tried to have sex with me. I don't want to have sex with him. Cortez Scott. So he got upset, and I fell asleep with me and my kids, because I cut him off. He had a girlfriend. We're not finna have sex anymore. He decided to open up my back door get his gun. I don't know if somebody was trying to convince him to rob me and shoot me or kill me or something. I wake up out in the middle of the night, and he was just acting strange too. And he has a gun. He has his gun. And he has my top porch door that I used to always have wood and bricks against, so nobody couldn't break in the top part. Because the landlord never put locks on it. He didn't put locks on that. He never put blinds up in my house. He put blinds up in the neighbors downstairs. You know, it was just Wayne Terry. It was just a whole bunch, you know, my Ivan, I got a video on here where my daughter is explaining how he used to come in our houses. My house, not even mention the neighbor previously that was living in the house before me, mentioned that he was coming in her house as well. When I tell you so much stuff has been happening to me in my life, and I'm trying to stay with Christ. I'm trying to stay humble. But when you got so many people up against you, I'm talking about so many people, all white people and black people, spitting in your food, you know, playing with your health at the hospitals, steady coming in your face, Mexican and Latinos, dragging you, bashing you, talking about some, stay away from Danny Lay's man. Danny Lay look better than you. That's why we witchcraft you, or that's why we spit in your food, trying to find any and every way to destroy my life for a girl named Danny Lay, a singer. I don't know why they would even be thinking that I'm a threat. I don't know why they thought that I was a threat. You know, to Danny Lay's relationship. You know, didn't y'all say I was loose and all this other stuff? Because I got 6 kids? Didn't y'all say all of my kids is removed from me? I have no kids. I'm going through a Job situation right now, to where I lost everything due to white and Mexican jealous people, due to the jealousy. But not even to mention that God warned me about this. He warned me. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. He warned me that this stuff was going to happen, that this was going to take place. God warned me about this, that these people was going to be jealous, that they were going to have an ungodly jealousy. Not even that they warned me. Jermisha warned me about this, a YouTuber, that this was about to happen. And it's happening. The visions that I was having before I moved to Florida is happening. The visions that I used to have about my kids, the visions that I used to have about certain celebrities, I used to have visions and dreams, and it's happening in my face. Like, I just want y'all to know that I'm not a liar. I don't lie. I mean, everybody lied before in their life, but this right here is not a joke. And no abusive mother is going to be continuing to be acting like this or doing all of this. Woo, it's cold a little bit. Abusive mother is not going to be doing all of this if they abuse their kids. So I'm warning Charlotte, North Carolina, and the city and state of Florida. Where is my newborn child that I gave birth to? 10 pounds and 3 ounces. Where is he? Why did y'all give my other kids back and y'all didn't give him back? And if I abuse my kids, why did Milwaukee give me my kids back? If I abuse them, it don't make any sense. And then y'all turned around and tried. Y'all knew that I had a CPS history. Nobody's dumb. Somebody been running their mouth about me having a CPS history, and that's how y'all got CPS involved. Y'all started trying to dig into my business. The police department, Officer Chris Alfaro, who couldn't have kids. So he thought he thought he could try to steal mines. Or whatever they was on. This is just sick. All of it is sick. It's messy. It's low down. You know, this is some weak, low life stuff. For black people to turn around and help. For y'all to go grab black people after Mexican go grab Haitians. And then Mexicans go grab white people. And then they go and start running in black people's face trying to be their friends. Because they knew that they set me and my kids' life up. And to cover it all up, they go run and try to be close besties with black people. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. As long as you lie on Lachey. As long as you help me and Lachey and get Lachey and her kids out of here. because she knows too much. And she's a threat to DaniLeigh's life. She's a threat to the community. Or she's a threat to us because she might know a little bit too much. Or because she's a Christian. She's a Jesus freak. They even lied and said I was forcing my religion on them to cover up what they was doing to my kids. Where they do that at? So I just want y'all to have a blessed day, and I gotta get myself together because this is just something is not adding up, and I want justice. I feel something is just not right. Like, I feel like they hexed my life. Like, somebody hexed me. Spanish witchcraft, Haitian witchcraft. Somebody did some work. You know, for everybody to just be turning against me, it don't even make sense. It's not making any sense to be lying on me. On one female at that. Not even women, it's males trying to jump on me, trying to set me up, doing evil towards me. That never happened to me in my life, where I had males coming after me, threatening to rob me, threatening to beat me, you know, threatening to rape, dirty stuff. But I'm loose and all this other stuff. And DaniLeigh look better than you and trying to steal DaniLeigh's man. This is when DaniLeigh moved to Florida. This is how this all really started popping off as well. Over this DaniLeigh chick. So I don't really know why people started setting me up. But that was some of the reasons I think why. And not even that, with Lipsky Barbroom, this nigga turned around. This is my child's father that I just gave birth to, the 10 pounds and 3 ounces. He started stalking me. He found my other child's Facebook because he was jealous of the guys that I was talking to in him. Jealous of our light-skinned babies. They started calling me what did they started calling me? Talking about I'm a dang, what is it they call it? It's gonna come back to mind, but he went to go find my other child's Facebook, Cortez Scott, and started trying to drag my life. They trying to get information out of Cortez, and then started spinning and turning the words around and go telling everybody in Florida lies on me. The lies that Cortez, when I been broke up with Cortez, I wasn't having sex with him. He been lived in his was living with his girlfriend because I had white babies. He called me a swirler. Having his Haitian friends stalk me. It was just so much going on when I tell you. It was just so much going on. Like, these people is sick. I would have never known that they was like this. I look very beautiful, but I would have never known. I would have never known that he was these type of people. But I'm getting off here, and this is just all sick that's going on, and I want justice, and I'm not going out without a fight. So have a blessed day. My name is Lachey Dickerson.